Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we're gonna finish it off the animation for our game. With that said, let's code this. Alright, before we start, let me just say sorry for the long wait. It is the holiday seasons. I'm still quite busy and I should be back in full force within the next month or so. And I also upgraded. I got a new computer. That's probably why you see the colors are a little bit different, the syntax colors, simply because I don't remember what the other ones were. But I like how the setup is. And now all of that said, just jump to the code. And things already done. I already set more for a list over here, for a pointer list. We have our idle, which is the same, remove, left, and up. That's all we're going to be working with so far. I'll finish it up later with all the other ones with a controller video or something like that. But for now, I just want to have the animation working and show you guys how that works. So to do that, let's go over here and let's create this frame counter. Let's just jump to the code. That's something just to, that's our frame per second. We're going to do that later. And we're gonna move our character. Let me come over here. Let me see what I got. So here's our character. I had it moving before, but I cleaned up the code, so now it's just a character. And we're gonna set up like our controllers over here, input, so they can work over here. So let's work with the, which one do you want to work? Let's go with this one, right? And let's create a new label for our new code that we're gonna have to make. And let's call it, for now, move. Right. Later on, I wanna put this in a macro so you guys can see it. So right over here, we're gonna say jump to move. Oh, can you spell move? Move right frame. Do I want to call it that? Nah. Yeah, for now it seems good. If I need to change it, I'll change it later and I'll show you guys. So all we want to do first, every time we're gonna increment the player by 0, come over here to change our frame. So move right frame. And what you just want to do is we want to increment our player 0, since it's the right player 0. Oops, player 0 frame counter. We want to increment that, and when you're done, we want to jump to the input like all the other ones, because this is done. So we can put here jump to input, and you can pretty much remove this, but you don't really need it, but I'm just gonna keep it for there. And let's just check what I have right so far. So if I press right, I should increment my frame. Oh, of course. So we got that done over there. I just forgot something, and actually change the code that I have over here. Where's player 0? Right over here. So what I want to do is load X with the value. So let's load X with our player 0 frame counter. So let's do that. So here it is. It's it is incrementing our pointer, but it's going through all the other stuff, all the garbage code that we don't want. Not really garbage code, but code that's out of our scope. So actually, let me check over here. Yeah. Alright, so we got that all set, and now let's just keep within that frame. So we just want, let me come down here. Where is it? Here you go. So let's just count this. So we have player idle, that's position 0. Actually, let me comment this out, 0. Then you have this position 1. Position 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's do the same. So just for this one, just in order to keep it everything even and clean, I'm gonna have to change it over. I believe I set the tabs to space, even though I'm pressing tab. Set. Oh, messing up over here. 5, 6. Sometimes, depending where you work, this tab over here. Oh, it is tab. Well, I can change it later. For now, it's fine. So here you have the values. So idle is this pretty much going to be like your index key, something like that. So 0 is idle, 1, 2, and 3 is your movement, and 4 to 5 is your up and down movement. So we want some position 1, 2, 3. So let's go over here in our code and implement that. So how we can do that? How we can check this range? Well, that's pretty easy. We're gonna load our frame. That's gonna be something you're comparing with. Give it some space. So here, increment our frame, and here you're gonna load the frame counter and compare those values. So how you do this comparison? Well, with our 6502 or 6517, it's pretty easy. We're going to load the value, then we're going to compare with the value that you want. So we want to compare with the value 1 and 4. So let me put this here, 1 and 4. So we want to compare 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Well, 1, 2, and 3. I'll show you 4 why. Let me come over here and set a 3, but I'll show you guys. Okay, so now let's compare with 1. So we want to check if it's out of range. So let me come in here. Check if P0 frame counter is out of range. Oh, misspelled range. So it's going to compare it with 1. So anything less than 1. So how are you going to do less? Well, that's pretty easy. You just do branch case carry is clear, and then you're going to jump to your code. So if it's less than 1, we're going to jump, and if it's greater or equal to this number, we're going to jump to branch carry is set for over here. So if anything less than 1, so 0, remember this is 0 is idle, 1 is actually the beginning of your left or right frame. Set it 1, and the reason why I had 4 is because it's equal or greater than the value that we want. So if it was equal 3, so the only value will be, as soon as you get to 3, the value will be out of range. So the value actually is 4, but you can do like 3 plus 1. The assembler is going to take care of that. It's going to do the math for us. So let me put here this out of range. Right. Whoops, messing up over here. So let me just copy this. Put out of range for now. The out of range, right? So I'll get you specific. This is a temporary label anyway. And now if it is, now if it's not out of range, all we want to do is to get out of this code over here. So we're gonna jump out. Well, if it's not, we're done. But if it is out of range, you need to set our value back to our the range over here. So if it is out of range, you're gonna set it to 1. So the first sprite for movements over here. So move right frame. So let's load X with 1 and start X to P0 frame. So let's try it out. And here it is moving extremely fast. So now you're all set with that. So now just let's put some frames over here, some frames per second, if you will. Limit that. And to do that, we're gonna need another variable. So I'm gonna play here's there's 0 frame per second. Target, not target. Just let's leave frame per second. Don't need to be so specific. I want 1 byte, and I want the same thing for player 1. Frame per second for each player. So each player is gonna have his own, so you can keep track of those. So let's come over here and let's put the part of our code over here. So we're gonna load P0 frame per second. Have that part over here, and then we're gonna compare that with our target, and I want to create a constant value over here. So where's our constants? Oh, here it is. So let's create one over here. Let's say frame per second. So let's say equals 8. For every 8 frames, you want to update our character over here. Compare with FPS. We want to branch equals 0 to, I don't know what you're gonna say. Let's call it increment frame per second, something like that. Let's call it that. Actually, not increment frame per second. We want to call it increment frame. That's a better name, thinking about it. So increment frame, because over here we're gonna increment our part over here. So it's being incremented, and if it is equal our target, we're gonna come over here, and we wanna load X 0, store that X, store that X to your player 0 frame, so it's reset it, and then it's gonna increment frame and do all the other stuff. Otherwise, let's just get out of here. The movement is already happening over here. I don't need it. I don't need to worry about it because it's right here in this section. So right over here, increment frame, and just get out. So let's test this out. Hope it works. I got 2 arrows. Error. Increment frame. Unsolved symbol. Let's see. Next frame. Oh, forgot to put this. Tell is a temporary label. Here it is. Okay, compile. So here it is. Now it is moving to our 8 or 10, whatever is set up. You can always change the value for whatever you like. And now your character is actually moving over here. So we have our character moving left, and let me save this. So everything's working as expected. Alright guys, I noticed I'm running out of time, but I accomplished what I set to make over here. And it is just to animate over here our character. And I'm gonna leave at this video at that. In the next video, I'm gonna just finish it off. The inputs you'll have up, down, left, and right, but everything should be the same. And to do that, to do this, all of this the same, I'm gonna create a macro to modularize this our code over here, so you don't have to copy and paste everything and change everything. So that's gonna be in the next video. And with that said, thanks for watching. See you guys.